President Moon Jae-in has pledged to draw up an extra budget to prop up the Korean economy. The Korean government plans to use fiscal measures to achieve that goal. Kim Min-ji with this report.
The Korean government may soon mull over drawing up a supplementary budget. In its monthly economic assessment report, the finance ministry said it will carefully manage market risks while using fiscal measures which could include an extra budget aimed at creating quality jobs and boosting growth. It's the first time the finance ministry has mentioned the possibility of drawing up a supplementary budget since President Moon Jae-in took office. It was one of Moon's campaign pledges to implement an extra budget worth almost $9 billion to expand job creation. But whether this will be feasible depends on a number of factors. Recent economic data shows that the Korean economy may be on a path of recovery. In April, exports rose 24% on-year, posting positive growth for 6 straight months now after nearly 2 years of decline. This recently prompted the Bank of Korea as well as the IMF to raise their growth outlooks for the Korean economy. But there are concerns as these developments have not yet spread to consumption and the country's job market, especially for young job seekers. Korea's youth unemployment rate stood at 11.2% in April, the highest figure tallied for that month since 1999, and much higher than the country's average 4.2%. Retail sales remained flat in March compared to a month before, and there are worries that the retail industry could be hit harder due to a decline in Chinese tourist numbers. Beijing has banned the sale of group tour packages to Korea as part of its unofficial sanctions against Seoul for hosting a U.S. missile defense system. On issuing an extra budget, the finance ministry says nothing has been finalized and that it's simply reviewing it as a possible option. Some experts say that improvements in the first quarter provide little reason to implement one. But others argue the recent progress is temporary, coming only from certain sectors, which is why they believe a supplementary budget will be necessary to keep the economy on track. Kim Min-ji, Arirang News.